Let me ask you this. How many crosses were put down on the street today?
Well, we have a total of 345, and we put down approximately a third of those. I don't count them. And so it would be like 130.
130
Yeah.
every Tuesday at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, and I rotate the boxes every week, so we use all the crosses at some point. I mean, I change them every week, so it's kind of complicated because of the size of the boxes, and I rotate big boxes more rapidly than the small boxes. So,
There's a lot of meaning in those boxes.
yes, there is.
For you, I was hearing you when we were walking down the street,
Yeah.
very passionate. Why do you do it every week?
I think it's important to remember these people. And I remember when I first came here, someone told me they would be glad when we didn't have to do this anymore. And I told them, well, I hope we never quit. I hope we never forget these people, that we keep doing it even after the political crap is already dealt with.
For you, what does this represent for a community like Douglas to remember each person?
Douglas is like any other community. There's people here all over the board in terms of what they believe about migration and migrants and where they are politically. I'm sure that some people are irritated by it. I know there's a lot of people who support it. Douglas is not a community where we've had a lot of open headbutting. There's some real tolerance here up to a point. I mean, I don't know where the breaking point is. I hope we don't reach it. But people care about the community enough that they haven't let this really become the kind of ugly thing that we've seen in some communities. Yeah, and that's one of the things I like about Douglas. I mean, I have friends, I know people who are very anti-immigration, and somehow or other we muddle through.
If you were to summarize tonight's activity, would you describe it as a visual, as a prayer? How would you describe it yourself?
I think of it as a memorial service, but that is also a kind of low-level public action reminding the community that people are still dying in the desert and of what has happened here. That's how I think about it.
So I see your face, you're kind of emotional when we talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to share why?
Because it's senseless. There's no reason for these people to have died. I mean, I think there were some mistakes made at a bureaucratic level when the numbers of people jumping the fence started getting big. I think people thought they could just deal with it by putting up a wall and by thinking they could stop people from coming. And I personally believe that they could have done something like deal more with things right at the border to make decisions about who could come in and who couldn't, and had a little more compassion, maybe a lot more, for people who are coming who are extremely poor sometimes. Right now, most of the people who are coming are not poor. They're afraid. But there's a mixture. There's people who are doing maybe okay, but just think they can do better in Mexico. There's people who haven't had major conflicts with the cartel, but who know that if they say they're afraid, they might get in and they won't get asylum. They may get into the process, but they won't be granted asylum. And so I think when the numbers got big, people just got scared and made mistakes and didn't know how to back up and try something else. And so it's built into a real head-butting kind of a thing.
Let me ask you this. Douglas, do you live here?
I live here.
Who better to tell us than what the city is?
Well, I've only lived here 11 years. I didn't grow up here. I did visit here when I was young, but Douglas has an interesting history. It used to be a company town. The company moved out. It has struggled economically, like a lot of small towns, yeah.
How would you describe this community here? We're standing right at the port of Douglas in Agua Prieta, Sonora.
Well, I know that the community here, when they started bringing migrants in from out in western Arizona, the people who are jumping out there, and they started bringing people here for processing and then dropping them here in Douglas to find their way to their sponsors or to wherever they're going. There's a lot of people in this community who rallied and helped, and so there's a Catholic church here in town, Immaculate Conception, and they opened their doors. The Presbyterian church had planned to do the same thing, and it got burned down, but not because of migration issues. But there's people from several churches and all over town who do volunteer work there to help those people. They bring them to that church, and people care.
A lot of people that see headlines or that don't live in Douglas have their own perception of it.
Yeah.
You live here. We see there's a lot of traffic going into Agua Prieta and then coming out into Douglas.
Yeah.
How would you describe that relationship being right here, a border city?
Our relationship here at Border City, well, I'm not sure I'm the best one to ask that. I view this as a big city that has a barrier down the middle. and I'm on both sides of the border all the time. Before the pandemic, I was in Agua Prieta probably more than I was in Douglas. And now I'm in Agua Prieta. I go 3 days a week, well, actually 4 days a week. A couple of those days, not for very long, but a couple of those days I'm in AP a longer time. But after the pandemic, we decided to slow down a little bit. We're getting old.